Hello everybody, it's Howitzer back here with another Fallout 4 video. Now I really didn't do much to the front gates. I know a lot of people have these big giant front gates. The only thing about that is it's kind of broken where raiders just get in either way. It doesn't matter if you have gates or not. So I still put a small little front gate. I have these little stanchions that are from one of my mods. I really like those. I've got a little trap flamethrower set up here on a switch. But I think I'd like to build this area up. I think if we do another video, if you guys want more videos from this one, that the front gate's definitely a priority. But let me know, maybe it's not to you guys and there's something else you'd rather have me work on. Now for all the houses here in Sanctuary, I didn't do a whole lot to them. I mean, I did furnish them just basically to give them chairs and beds and whatnot. But one thing I wanted to do with them was working doors. So they all have working doors. Of course, the doors are always open because nobody shuts doors here. But all of the houses will have two switches in them to control the lights. And the switches themselves are generators. It's from the fuse box generator mod. That way I don't have to run wires into the house from generators outside or have noisy generators inside the house. Now this is my main power station. While building this place, I had like 5 power stations because you just need a ton of power for a place like this. So I condensed it all into one little building using these fuse box generators. This big generator is just for looks. Each one of these little boxes puts out 100. And I can switch those on and off. Now this was one of my favorite and one of my first shops. My doctor/medic center. We've got the little protection shelter out front here and then a little shower so you can get all the rads and dirt off you before you head inside. This was built with a mod that lets you use the Institute equipment. I love the sliding door. There's another shower in here. That perk poster's from a mod as well. I'm using a mod that lets you have people work the counter instead of having to work those little wooden booths. So in this instance, she can use this first aid kit as her cash register and barter from it. I'm also using a mod so I could rename her to Doctor so I know what her duty is here in the settlement. This is one of the first places I come to once I come back to the settlement. These are robots from the Robot Home Defense mod. And here's my front gatekeeper guard, complete with minigun. So this area here, I really didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of dubbed it as a construction area and then actually dressed it up as a construction area, and I actually ended up liking that look. So it's still kind of a reserved spot so we can put something else there. And this is the greenhouse from the Snap and Build greenhouse mod. I really love this. The greenhouses are a nice touch. I'm using a mod that makes the plants look a lot more saturated as well. Using the ocdecorator mod, I can place statics on the tables and counters to give it a much more lived-in feel, but these can't be bumped off the shelf or moved around by people. The marble benches in here are awesome. And here we can see our farmers hard at work. A nice fountain outside here. And then this is the outdoor grow area with a small little storage area as well. Now here's the main compound with my main living area and the first main buildings I built in Sanctuary. The elevators from the craftable elevator mod has got to be one of my favorite things about this settlement. This gives me a nice shortcut right up to my living quarters. We have a small little sitting area here. And then this area was kind of awkward. I really didn't raise these floors up high enough, so the roof kind of poked through, so I didn't know what to do with this room. It didn't look that good, so I made a little sitting area, and then I did the rest storage, so it just looks like this is my storage area. We've got our printing press for our Minuteman newspaper, and then just boxes and more storage to fill it in. So if you guys have any ideas for this area, I wouldn't mind fleshing this out with something else as well, but I don't hate this either. This does work for me. And then up the ladder here goes to my living area. Nice views of the compound from up here. And this room is wired up and powered just like the others. I've got my bobblehead display, and the bobbleheads are modded. We've got our TV with the Futurama Hypnotoad. All hail the Hypnotoad. Our magazine and comic racks. And these are modded racks to hold the Nuka-Cola and the robot displays. Now this little house setup actually happened by accident. I had a Brahmin that wouldn't leave and was inside the house, so I put one of those feeder troughs in the backyard to lure him out. And then once he got back there, I figured what the heck, and fenced him in and made it like a little storage workshop area, Brahmin pen, and then I've got some more plants over here. Yeah, that's right, Marcy, you're a bitch. That's why I make you wear all that stuff. Keep walking. And this is the main compound. It's got lodging, a bar, my drop-off area, everything I need. I come in here after questing because I can drop everything off on this floor right here that I need. This has all my weapons, gear, drop-off boxes, everything I need to do. I've got my power armors here on the left with my awesome red motorcycle. Too bad you can't ride that. Wouldn't that be a sight to see a power armor riding that through the wasteland? Got my gun rack here, my snap-on toolbox. The functional weapon rack display mod is really awesome. And this is all storage for food and meds and that kind of stuff. And then I've got my crafting stations all put together in this corner. Now here's the OC Decorator mod at its finest. This is my after killing, coming back from looting area where I chill out, have a drink, have a smoke, rummage through my caps and money, and relax. And then the other side of the counter here is where I drop off all my ammo and loot and duct tape and all that stuff that I gather up. So this is just to make it look lived in. I love the mod that changes all the ammo boxes to realistic looking ones. I have a lot of mods that change things to look like real labels and real brands. Those Energizer cells are one of my favorite retextures. Now, a lot of the settlers tended to hang out in this house more than any other place, so I did put a little bit more into this one. I'm also using a mod that paints the walls. I didn't put that on early in, it didn't look good early on, but as I cleaned up and built the place, it actually fits now. Now, Mama Murphy really pissed me off at first. I put her in her damn chair, and then I couldn't move her from her chair, and her chair was in the way of building stuff. So I tried for like 2 days to move her, couldn't figure it out, tried everything online, and then I found someone saying, shoot her. So I shot her a bunch of times, and she finally gets out of the chair. So I moved the chair back here and put it in the damn bathroom so she could sit and stare at the toilet and remember what she did. And I kept her there for like 3 weeks, and then I felt bad. I don't know, it's a video game, but I still felt bad, and I cleaned this out so it's not a bathroom anymore. So now she's just stuck in a room staring at a wall. If we come up here, this is the lodging area. So this is the area where people can rent out rooms. And they're all furnished as well. I'm using a mod that makes different themes for all the paintings, and this one is the gaming theme. I've also got several mods that give you different flags as well. Out here is just a little sitting area where a lot of the settlers tend to hang out in the evening or sleep in the sleeping bag. I give them nice beds all over the place, but what do? They sleep in a sleeping bag. And then if we go upstairs here, we have my bar. If you're wondering about the pool table, you can just drop balls and cues on the table and they will stay there. At least for me, they have stayed there through many of saves. So everything else in here was placed by the OC Decorator mod as statics. Now this was kind of funny because as I had this bar, I never saw anyone in it except for the person I assigned to work the counter. I never saw people in here, and when I did, it was one guy, and then the bartender wasn't even in here. So sure enough, I come in to film it and the place is hopping. So the mod that lets you add settlers to work counters is just awesome. It's such a nice touch. Now this was a last minute add-on. I'd been wanting to do a treehouse, so I finally did. It's really not fleshed out yet, so if you guys have any ideas with it, let me know. For now, I just have a couple shops up here since shops add to the happiness of the settlement. I really haven't fleshed out the top floor. There are a lot of branches in the way and it just doesn't look as good as I thought it did, but I do want to keep it. If you guys have any ideas for what to do up here, let me know. Now this is my favorite shop and the shop that started all of the shop theme building anyway, and that's my gun shop. You gotta have a gun shop for Fallout 4. A couple stations to modify your guns. You can really see the weapon rack display mod at use here. All the gun accessories you could ever think of. After I get done running quests, I'll come in here to buy more ammo. And don't forget the eye scanner to make sure you can even use that new scope. Now I really like this little shop. To me, I wanted that mom and pop highway side shop, the one with the big signs and the gaudy stuff out front trying to get you to stop by with the stuff up on the roof and cars and things like that. That was the inspiration for this shop. The bottom floor here is just a general goods store. Again, you can see that I'm using mods to put real brands on a lot of the merchandise. At first I wanted to put more stuff on the shelves, and I might put a little bit more on, but I think having the shelves be fairly empty actually fits the whole Fallout look. Now upstairs here is my diner. I thought about giving the chef a different outfit, but there's something about the Wasteland cook outfit that looks awesome. After you buy your guns, now you gotta go break them in, so here's my gun range. This place was really fun to build. For a couple of the stanchions, I actually used guard positions because then guards will come in and stand at them, so then when you come in it actually looks like people are using the gun range. Again, we have our weapon racks and our ammunition everywhere. I tried to give each alley a different theme. Sometimes the bottles place really easily, and sometimes they can be a real pain. So I have some static bottles that I've placed with the ocdecorator mod, and then I come in and place real bottles in cans when I want to do some shooting. The idea for the shooting range gave me an idea to have a bowling alley, so then I built this next door. We got our pool table, little diner area. Once you hit the light switch, this place really comes alive though. I use these desks here to have little scoring areas. And then it turned out that the lower shelf would actually hold bowling balls really well and even look like a ball return. I tried to use lighter color floors in here from a mod to try to mimic bowling alley floors. It's just too bad the game really doesn't give you the physics needed to actually bowl. I tried here to get it to work for a couple minutes, but you can see it just doesn't work very well. Okay, let's just drop the damn ball right on him. That still doesn't work. Alright, I know how to get these down. This is my water treatment plant. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I built it using the Snap and Build greenhouse. I love how you can actually see through the grates on the floor and see the river below. The extra machinery in here gives it that water processing plant feel. I filled in the area behind my main living quarters with just some shops to help improve happiness. I grew up on a Navy base, so I always liked how military bases would have weapons and tanks and planes displayed at their front gate, so that's what this area is trying to mimic. I tried to run power and street lights throughout the whole camp so you can see it well lit up at night. And I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video, and I hope you all have a happy holiday season. Leave a like and a subscribe if you like what you see. I plan to have a lot more content coming and a lot more frequently. Stay tuned for my Let's Play and my Let's Build series. Now, as a bonus, as I was editing this video, I saw a new mod on the Nexus that adds signs to your businesses. Here's a sample of some of the signs I placed throughout my settlement. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Take care and see you next time.